Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Shall we wait for 5 minutes, ma'am?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So can we start?
Yes, ma'am. Just I know I informed two coordinators, ma'am. They will inform, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start. Okay. So good afternoon to all of you. And today, as we decided in the last, not we, me, I decided that we are going to conclude, we will start a session on open AI and generative AI. So before going to OpenAI, I also thought that why not learn a platform where we can apply without coding any kind of, application of AI. So today's session is basically two. One, the first session is about OpenAI, where we're going to learn about how to utilize OpenAI platform for uh, basically using AI application. Okay. So no code AI is the first session. And then if the time permit, we will go to generative AI or open AI. Okay. So let's start. Just give me a few seconds. I'll open the PowerPoint. Okay. Can you all see?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So the today first session is all about no code AI. Okay. So hi Shilpa ma'am. Okay. No issues, ma'am. No issues, ma'am. So there are some students who are attending in group. I would suggest that if the students can try this out later, or maybe they can see the recording in the YouTube, or maybe, Kionix can share with them the recording link. I want students to practice this. Reason being, the no-code AI is a platform which is offered by many, many companies for those people who learn coding, who knows coding, but They want to just try out the application of AI. And the second set of people, which are the more prominent user of this particular platform, are those people who don't know coding but still want to use AI. And this is also, there are two benefit of doing this particular or using this particular platform. One is that you understand how the AI is applicable in the field, and whatever concept we have learned, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. Especially the supervised learning is something where I'm going to show you a kind of a example of that, a demo of that. And the second one is the very good example of the label data. So supervised learning basically use a label data to categorize between two different things. So we will learn that on this platform. So let us go ahead with this. So what is a no-code AI and how does it help you? Why you should be learning it? So artificial intelligence, where we have seen in most of the session, or maybe many of you know already about it, that it is used in autonomous vehicles. It is also used in sales and marketing. It is used in finance. It is used in HR. It is used in operation. You take any industry, it is used in that. I took 2 sessions where I gave you a lot of examples of how AI is used in agriculture, how it is used in power management, how it is used in medical industry and all. So when we talk about the AI application in all this industry, so AI basically use data, not just any data, but the data that bring that business acumen of the people like you, or the people who are running the business. So what if I told that you don't need a data scientist, because all of you are aiming to become a data scientist or becoming a coder or an engineer who will build an AI for businesses, but is there a scope for those people who don't know coding? Is there any way you can still use AI without learning code? So the answer is yes. So today in this session, we are going to learn about no-code AI. And what is a no-code AI? So how do we build this no-code AI? Okay. So when you're talking about no-code AI, there are 6 easy steps to build no-code AI. We have to first understand those steps, okay, before we go ahead and we start building it. So we are going to practice with with examples. I'm going to show you that example. You can just practice with those examples and you can see that how you understand AI better with that. Even though you may have a question in your mind that we are learning coding. So what is the use of this learning this platform? Even though you are learning coding, this platform help you in understanding the concept of AI, the application of AI for developing various kinds of business solution. Okay. So I'm going to take you through certain platform like Kaggle and no-code AI platform. This no-code AI platform also demonstrate very well about computer vision. So it tells you that how we use computer vision in our day-to-day life and how do we do this. Regarding the job, it is very important that there are a lot of career which are made even for the coder and the people who don't know coding. So for people who are learning code to develop AI applications, for them also knowing the AI code is an added advantage. This enhance your career. This add a value addition to your profile. You can always say that, okay, I have learned this this particular platform, and I know how to use AI without codes. Okay, so let us see that how no-code AI. So when we are saying the no-code AI, what is actually no-code AI? I just told you that no-code AI is a set of technology tools that help the business user build AI to power all aspects of business. Maybe HR, maybe marketing. It can be anything, manufacturing, or it's a customer services. So it implies that you don't require any coding. That means no Python, no R, no code, whatever you're using. So no-code AI is a technology which is built using an easy to use, very user-friendly web or mobile interface. If you are with your mobile, you can try it in your mobile also, what I'm telling. So it's just like how you use spreadsheet, the Excel. So it's very simple to enter the data into it, because all of you by now, you know that AI doesn't work without it, data. Data is a source of the food for AI. So what we are doing is we are going to use the AI, no-code AI platform to build out an AI model. So when I'm talking about artificial intelligence, there are so many applications which are built on that. It could be a voice assistance like Siri or Alexa. It could be a facial recognition system that will let you into airports, many of the airports, or it allow you to open your phone, or it may help you into doing some kind of predictive maintenance used in smart factories. Not all are allowed to do that. So this is what I was telling you, that you can do the sales management or anything. So no code AI can be used in a lot of things. It is like you will be building something which has endless possibility. So it may be used something like building an AI that can predict whether an aeroplane part will fail before the people board a plane. So you can build that model also. You can replace it with different planes and keep travel schedule intact. So this example also, you can make things like that. You can get AI to build a target list of sales, which I told you, to call customers, those customers who may be willing to buy. You might be getting sometime the call by the call center, and you wonder that how they got your number. And they must be calling for something you might be looking for it on internet. So it is very easy to get those data that from the social side, from the e-commerce side, with so many things. And they can get your data from the browsing history, the cookies on your computer, and find out that what is it that the sites you are visiting and what you're looking for. So it is possible. So as I said, the no-code AI is a kind of a hammer, a tool for you to nail your customer problem to the ground. So let us look at some example of no-code AI to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I'll take an example of dogs, difference between. So I want the computer to visualize a picture of a dog and identify it as a dog. Then I can feed the picture of mob. So when I feed any picture of mob of any variety, it should recognize it as a mob. And when I feed a picture of a dog, it should recognize that a dog. So you know that if you show the picture of a dog and a mob, a human being will easily recognize. They don't need any training for it. But computer need a training to differentiate between a dog and a mob. So I will show you how to use a no-code AI to build an AI to tell the difference between that. For example, if I show the picture of a dog, the first picture, if you see, it is very clear that you can make out that the difference between this dog and the mob is very clear. What if you have a dog like that? And you really have a dog. If you see Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, he has a dog which looks like a mob. If the dog sleeps, you won't find a difference between a mob and a dog. So how do you make machines recognize the difference between two? So that is all about computer vision. The computer vision integrated with AI help in interpreting a picture just like a human vision and understanding the difference, a slight difference, or even though it is. So we will be using a kind of a tool which is called Teachable Machine with Google.com. I will put up the link on your chat box. So Teachable Machine with Google.com is the no-code AI platform. If you learn this, it will be really very useful for you. Okay. So before I take you to that platform and help you in that, I also have to tell you certain things about no-code AI. That what are those problems, or what are the application you can develop with no-code AI? What is possible with no-code AI and what is not possible? So no-code AI is a tool that will bring your business knowledge of your customer into data in form of images, or it can be in the form of video, text. Data can be in any form. It can be in the form of image. It can be in the form of a sound. It can be in the form of a video. It can be in the form of a text or a number. So any kind of a data can help you in training the AI. So let us start with one example first before I go for a demo. So let's start with some different kind of people doing different kind of profession. For example, let's say Isha. She is an accounting field. She can use her knowledge about the past, about her experience and about her knowledge, the past audit to build an AI to predict which customer may default on the customer payable. Okay. So the account department basically deal with account receivable and payable. What is the money they have to receive and what the money they have to pay. So she will understand from her past behavior, and she doesn't require any kind of a data or data analytics to do that. With her past experience, she can make out of the list of the customer who are the customer who will be defaulting on their payment. Similarly, we have Teju. Teju is an engineer and he's in an engineering department. So even he can look at how customers can use the product to get AI to help her build better products. So she's in the he's in a department where they are basically improving the products, bringing the innovation in the form of improving the products. So how that particular innovation comes, so how the customers can use, how she can use, the knowledge and build this particular data from the past data and build a better product, from the feedback of the customer. Then again, let us look at the example of Sam, who is in customer support. Sam can build a chatbot that can answer most of the commonly asked customer question. So the frequent asked question, and he knows that from his 5 years of supporting customer service at that particular company. Okay. Then the last one, if you see, is Nahan. Nahan is from the marketing department, and marketing department need to actually find out the best channel, maybe social media channel, or it can be a SEO or the search engine, or maybe any channel which work best for their customers. So depending on the customer type and the customer history, he want to find out the best channel to promote or do the marketing campaign. So before you sign up to go for their conference, or because what happens, how will he get the data? When you go for any kind of an event, or when you see any advertisement or a campaign, you basically sometimes respond to that by from your Facebook account, Instagram account, or WhatsApp. So your email or your certain contact details will be automatically abstracted from that particular application. So Nahan can build an AI application to tell, which are the best channel for the customer to be targeted for his next product launch. So which is the best media and who are the customers who will be interested? Not everybody. Today we live in the age of digital marketing where everything is personalized. So no-code AI can help you build AI across all departments using your knowledge of the customers. Let's take a minute to see what all these applications have in common. So these are all program, the certain programs which you faced in day-to-day your life. So what can be solved using those things? So when we are using a no-code AI platform has limitation. It can solve certain set of problem which has a certain kind of a prescribed state. So let us think about the problem we are going to solve. And then we will see that whether the computer program will be able to build or especially I'm talking about no-code AI platform is going to build a AI application to solve this. So let us take this example. You can see this is a sales forecast, okay? And the quarter, and you can see present growth, and depending on that sale forecast is happening, which is not so great because you can do it with Excel. You can do it in any analytics software also. So let us see that if you want to figure out what your quarterly sales are from your monthly sales data. So you have your monthly sales data. From that, you have to figure out this particular thing, which is the quarterly sales and how much growth you are expecting. And then you want to simply add them up and you run a number again and you get a answer, which is called the, so you get, so this is a very simple formula that from the monthly sales figure, you can predict the quarterly sales figure. And from the quarterly sales figure, you can predict the yearly sales figure, and you can predict the growth. Okay. So this is how the thing can be done simply by adding the percentage of growth from the last 5 years during that month, and then projecting the or forecasting the sales. This is very simple to do on Excel. So you know how to do that. You know how to forecast a sale, how to project a sale, and how to project a growth. And this particular thing is called a prescriptive problem. So what is a prescriptive problem? Prescriptive problem is a problem where you know you have a standard operating procedures. There's a set of steps that you do over and over, and you get the same answer. So there's no unstructured problem like that. These are all structured and day-to-day operational problem. You can do the same problem in Excel also, as I said. So you do not actually need AI to solve prescriptive problems. But let us say if you want to look at your sales data from this year and build your sales forecasting for next year, let's say 2023, you take all your monthly data till December, and then you want to forecast your sales for 2024 from January to December 2024. So in that case, it is not prescriptive. Then in that case, what you need to do is you would build your forecasting based on several factors. Okay. So your forecasting will be based on, for example, seasons, that whether there is a season for that product or not, the product line change, the marketing change, so on, new product launch, which is better than that. So that is called a predictive problem. Okay. So in analytics and AI, you should know this term. Prescriptive problem is where there are certain standard operating procedure. You repeat that, you follow those like a flow chart diagram in your, programming. You know the set of step, and these step of set which are regular, you repeat that and you get the same answer. You don't need an AI for that. Okay. Then there is a prescriptive, like for example, in this, you can talk about inventory reorder. A retailing shop, when they order the inventory, what happens? The inventory, when it reaches to a minimum inventory order or order level, okay, at that is a time when automatically the system alert and system send a mail to the supplier or to the vendor to send you the inventory. So this is called that is called a prescriptive problem. For that, do you need AI? Because these are all prescribed steps. You already know that you have to send the emails. It will be already sent. So you don't require an AI. AI is required where you require certain kind of a thinking, certain decision-making process. So predictive problem are the problem where the AI and no-code AI is good at solving. You can use this because there are no defined steps which are repeated. So there are kind of problem. These are kind of problem, predictive problems are the problem which can be solved by AI and no-code AI. So these are the problem. As I said, they don't have a step that can be repeated. It required to use a huge volume of data, historical data, obviously, to do the prediction. As the name suggests, it do prediction, forecasting, and help solving your problem. So looking back all your business cases, what we have discussed till now, your historical data is very, very important. So the huge volume of data you have, better is the results or the prediction. The prediction will be 100% if you have a better result. One more example of predictive problem is your airline deciding the prices of the seat. When you book an airline ticket for any particular sector, let's say you want to go from Bangalore to Delhi, what will you do? You will try to book it 3 months in advance, 4 months in advance, thinking that the ticket price will rise. And sometimes you feel that the ticket price remains same till the end of the month or maybe nearing to the date of travel. And then you feel that, oh, I should not have. But you fear and you book it in advance. Because if it depends all on different factors which the airline consider, and this is a kind of a predictive problem for that, where based on the historical data, the airline and also the other factors also, the season, the demand on that particular sector, all those kind, they basically determine the load of the passenger. And depending on the load of the passenger, initially they will keep the list price. As soon as they predict that the load of the passenger, or in this particular sector, the airline, all seats will be full. The load will be full, 100%. Then the prices remain same. So the prices change, or prediction of the prices which a particular customer will be willing to give, depending. Also, one more factor is your, you call the competitors' pricing. So that is also a factor. So these are called predictive problem. Okay. So is there anything no-code AI cannot do? Let us also understand that. So there are so many things which no-code AI cannot do. Okay. So, so prediction is something which no-code AI can do. But this depending on the historical data. But what about acquisition? What about certain unstructured decisions like merger? So when two companies are one company trying to take over the other company, or maybe the two companies try to merge, there's a lot of uncertainty. Like, for example, if you take the airline industry example again, Akasa Airline has not even predicted. They might have sold the ticket for next 6 months or even 1 year, and passengers have bought the ticket. But they have never predicted that there will be an uncertain, what do you call this, strike, or the employees leaving their organization. So around more than 250 pilots left the organization and joined the competitors without giving them a notice, which made them impossible to operate on day-to-day basis. They didn't have enough number of pilots to fly the flights. And because of that, they have to cancel many flights, or they have to delay the flight, and there are a lot of things which are happening. So these are called the problems which are very unpredictable in nature. You cannot solve these kinds of problems with the help of AI. Okay. So when can we use no-code AI? No-code AI, as I told you, is a tool to build AI for one kind of problem, which is not very well defined. It is like a mixture of that. It works only where you are expert. So you have to use two things. One, the expertise knowledge. Second, the historical data. These are the two things which are required. So we look at what no-code AI can do. Is there anything no-code AI cannot do? That also we will look into it. So when a no-code AI is not a, as I said, it's not a magic wand. Okay, it's a so that it can do anything which to do the job of a data scientist, if you can say. So no-code AI cannot help you solve a problem for which you do not know the answer yourself. So you have to know how to arrive to an answer. You need to have certain expertise on that. So no-code AI is a tool to make you build quick AI for one particular type of problem. Okay. So in fact, it works only for the problem where it is your area of expertise. Okay. Where you know the answer little bit, not much. Okay. So in a way, no-code AI work when you can find the right tool to solve a problem. So it is available for supervised learning. So these are the AI algorithm that can take data where you know the answer, that what kind of data will find the answer for that problem. And you look at the data, and AI just make it easy to do, find the answer from the huge volume of data. But the main task as for you is to input the right kind of data to make to train the AI model and to help them in getting the answer, the right kind of answer. So you require an expertise in that. So let us look at an example here. Okay. So we will take an example of Apple. So let's say when you look at the apple, one apple in a hand, okay, and you will be able to hold the one apple in a hand, look from all angles and say whether the apple is good or rotten apple. And you can easily spot a rotten apple in the basket also. if in a basket. So if in the basket, if you have around 10, 20, or maybe around 30 apples, still you can spot a bad apple out of that. But what if you have a orchard, sorry. So in this, if suppose you have a 10 acres of land and there are thousands and thousands of apple to pick. That day I was showing you that how in a agriculture you have robots to pick apples, which can understand with the human vision, with the computer vision, they can understand that which are the apple which is fully ripe and need to be plucked out. So you have thousands and thousands of apple to pick. Which one is the right one? And maybe you have a warehouse where you are storing a huge shipment of apple which has come from maybe from Shimla or maybe from any other place. So how do you spot a bad apple from that particular barrel, or where you have thousands and thousands of apple? Can you spot? Because you know that one bad apple will spoil the entire lot. Okay, and you don't want to increase the cost of your, increase or invest, or maybe spoil the entire investment, whatever you have done, you don't want to lose all that. Okay, so you can use a no-code AI tool to build an AI to spot bad apple from the good apple in the warehouse also. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when the data is small, you don't require an AI code to do something to differentiate. Like if you have 2, 3 apples, 30, 40 apples, even 100 apples, you don't require AI. But if the apple number is huge in a warehouse or in a garden, so how do you do that? How do you recognize that there is no bad apple which will spoil your good apples? So here you can use a no-code AI tool to do that. Here you'll be using 2 things. One, your knowledge about rotten apple. How does a rotten apple look? What is a characteristic? And you teach the machine or AI, train the machine to spot or differentiate between a bad apple, rotten apple, and a good apple. Okay. And this is called a supervised learning model. Okay. So when we say supervised learning model is where you know the answer, you know how to train AI with the right kind of data. And this is also the case you collect enough example of rotten apple and good apple and then train. Okay. So no-code AI has a process which I will be showing you, giving you a demo after I explain you what it can do and how does it work. So you have to collect a lot of data, upload those data, label those data, then this data will train the AI model will be developed, model will be tested. You can test with different image and see what is the result, and you can analyze the result, whether the result is 100% accurate or 60 or 70% accurate, and then you can integrate that into your app or into your workflow. Okay, so there are 3 steps of building no-code AI, and we will be, as I told you already, that no-code AI solutions can be used in sales, marketing, like I have given you example of Isha in accounting. It can be used in engineering, it can be used in customer service, it can be used in retail, warehouse, anywhere. So till now we have understood that how no-code AI is best suited for supervised learning, where you know the answer, you know what kind of data will be fed. So let us just do one exercise here. Okay. So you can open a notepad and think of a business problem you want to solve. Okay. And remember that if the problem can be solved by a prescriptive set of you can solve it with regular computer. You don't require AI. I told you already this. But if the problem is predictive in nature, then AI can solve the problem. So don't think of a problem which is prescriptive in nature. Think of a problem where you require a prediction based on the data, like fixing the price of airline at a different period of time, interval of time, all these kinds. So recognizing a person face from one of the 7 billion face problem is a predictive problem. Again, yes. Is it? Because a person can change his face look. So when you want to identify a person, now in the Bangalore itself, you have seen that in various area, you have seen there is a certain kind of on a signal, the cameras is installed, which is covered with a blue polythene wrap. These are the camera which has a facial recognition system. Why they're using it? They're using it to catch hold of criminals who are roaming around in the city. In the traffic, there will be thousands and thousands of people who are traveling by various moods. And sometimes the picture which is taken by the camera on this traffic signals are not very clear, because you must be sitting in the car, you must be on the bike, and you must be wearing a helmet. So how do you catch the photograph and analyze with a very blur kind of a photo, which is not very accurate, and compare it with the database of the criminal and try to identify and send an alert to a nearby police station that you have seen a criminal crossing the signal at certain points. So here we have to use a predictive, this is predictive in nature. Prediction means your data is, you have the knowledge that, okay, this might be the feature or this might be the thing, and you put that knowledge, but the data is also, what are the database of criminal, but there are certain uncertainty in that. So if a machine part fails before, so historical data, as I said, that is the data which is required to solve a predictive problem. Okay. So once you have your business problem, then you have to follow 3 steps to solve this. And what are those 3 steps? The first step is write what is your business problem you want to solve. Obviously, your teacher might have told you also, how do you solve a particular problem? The first step is identify the problem. Describe the pain point. Why it is important for you to solve that particular problem. There might be 110 problems in the business, but which are the problems which are important to solve immediately? Who are the people who are impacted because of this problem? Then, if you have any solution for that, or do you have any starting point to solve that problem? So when we don't know the solution, then in that case, for example, like a particular business, like I'll give an example, that you want to identify which set of the customer you want to send a promotional coupon. The promotional coupon, let's say it's a baby product. Okay. A website which is selling, e-commerce site selling baby product. And you want to send a promotional coupon to the people who are your target. So who are your target customers? Can you send this promotional coupons to the school kids also? They don't require it. You require it to send it to the new parents, not to all. So, because if you need to identify those set of customers to whom you want to send, because it is going to affect your customers who will be part of this campaign. So the marketing department who will execute this campaign, they will have to select the right set of people who will buy this product, and there will be a conversion from this campaign, who would like to see this ad. So these are called the personalization age of digital marketing. So you can start by solving this problem by looking at the last year campaign, how to find those people. Okay. So you can look at the database of the customers from the last year campaign list to understand what factor contributed to the last success of the last campaign. And from there, you can get those results. For example, maybe you might have sent the promotional list to certain customers, to all the customers, and certain number of customers who are new parent have responded. After 5-6 months, again you are doing, so they're still, their kids are baby. So they are again your target customers. So like this, the past data can help you. Step 2, write out why this particular solution to this problem is predictive. Remember, if you can list the step to solve the problem and it can be solved by a program, then it is a prescriptive problem. So think about whether this problem is either predictive, and does it require an AI to look into historical data to understand, in this particular business case, what set of customer will have a high chances of clicking on your coupon and looking at your campaign. The step 3 is list all the type of data you have related to the problem that you could possibly use to train the AI. So for example, you might want to list marketing forecast. What data you have? From that data only, you have to derive the solution. Okay. So you may have the list of marketing forecast, past campaign record. You can use that. So all the data which we have, which is the right kind of data to solve a particular problem, you need to identify that and solve it. So these are the 3 steps. First, the business problem. You need to identify which business problem you want to solve using AI. And is it a predictive or prescriptive? If it is prescriptive, you can't solve. If it is predictive, you can solve it with AI. And what kind of data will help you in solving this problem? Identify that, or do you have that data or not? Okay. Now, the next step is about building as I said, so we have to now, you have the data, you have a problem, and now you have to build a computer vision model. Okay. So you have to plan out your business problem, which you have done, as I told you. You are going to solve. You have to decide whether it is predictive or not. You require an AI for this, and you identify because it is predictive, you require AI. You write down the data you want to have, or it is there with you. So this is your first milestone. Okay, this is very, very important. So if you don't spend time to think deeply about what you know and the business acumen, then you will not be able to make a good AI model. Even with the coding also, same process happens. Same process is applicable in coding also. When you're developing an application based on coding with the help of Python, R, or whatever you're using. So these are the first 3 steps. Now we need to move on to the next step of building AI model. And the step 4 is to collect the data required to train the model. And all AI is trained with model. I told you already, you also know. The same is true with no-code AI. So the first step to solving a problem with AI is to collect the data required to train AI. This is where you will collect actual data. You will collect variety of data in huge value. Remember, more the data, better is the result. Accurate is the result. Then we move to, after you have all the data, volumes of data collected, the 5 is to organize the data, which is a very critical step to get ready for, creating a model. So AI has to learn what is good, what is bad. So we need to collect a large volume of clean data and organize into group and classes. Clean data means accurate data, the data which is complete, which is defined well. The data which is incomplete, you should not take that data into consideration. That's called cleaning of the data. Duplication of data you have to, which we call redundancy, that you have to remove. So the large volume of data will provide you accurate training of AI model. So when you have cleaned and organized the data, your AI model is ready for training. Then we move to the 6th step. 6th step is train the model using appropriate no-code AI tool, which I will show you today. So it is very simple that we are going to use all these 6 steps to, use also this particular thing is about computer vision example, which I'm going to do. So computer vision is the name of the AI which is trained using the data, which is image or maybe video. So computer vision is a step needed to build an AI model using image data, which I'm going to show you today. Okay. So remember the example of the apple in a farm or a warehouse. So the example we saw earlier also in this particular session, in the video, in the presentation about the dog and mom, that example I'm going to take. And I'm also going to tell you the site in which I'll put it in the chat box. You can try it in your mobile phone also, those who are sitting and looking. So this is a site. All of you can see that. Please learn this site. This is very useful site and very interesting also, because as I said, that even if you're learning coding, it is important for you to learn the application of coding, understand how AI work. Then only you can develop a better code. So this is called Teachable Machine with google.com. So Teachable Machine with google.com is a site to build computer vision model. Okay. So I'm going to now take this example. First, I will explain you the problem, and then I will take you to the platform and do this for you. So what I'm going to, my problem is now that I have to use the steps to build a computer vision model. And in this, we require 3 steps. Okay. So the model is, I want the computer, this is a computer vision model, which I'm going to train. I want the computer to see a picture of a dog or a mob and differentiate between that. Okay. So we will do an exercise. What we have to do is, we have to collect the picture of data of dogs, pictures of dog and mobs. So here are the pictures of dog. If you can see, just there can be one dog, there can be a group of dogs, there can be a background of grass or a tree. There will be no background. There will be a dog. So variety of data I'm feeding. Different breeds of dog, different colors of dog, different size of the dog holding a leash, dog without a leash, dog playing with a. So varieties of data I'm going to do. The dog which is going for walk, dog with no background. So I have collected these kinds of data and I've kept it with me. Now we have to teach the AI to identify the dog. The next is, we have to collect the different pictures of mob. Okay. Here in this picture, you can see that one mob is a mob, which is, so you can collect the variety, different color of mob with the different colors, different kinds of handles and all. One mob, if you can see, is just lying. It's a dry mob. Other mob is trying to clean a floor. Okay. So different variety of pictures we can put so that it can recognize the mob in different situation. More pictures and varieties of pictures we put, remember, better is the training of AI model. So we need to now also include our training data. So we have the set of dogs pictures. We have set of mob picture. Now what we are going to do is, we are also going to use training data. So here is a dog, which is recognized as a dog, but there's a trick here. Because it looks like a mob also. You know, it looks like a mob dog. Okay, like this. Okay. So how I have to organize all the dog as in, I will categorize it a dog cat and organizing it as a class called mob, categorize it and collect those picture and put, then I will put certain training data. And then I will try to find out whether this is, the computer is going to train well with the data or not. So here, if you can see, this is the site. You all can note the site. I will just give a pause here and just note the site, and then we will go ahead. So it's called Teachable Machine with google.com. I will open this for you. Then I will give you a challenge also. Okay. So just give me a few seconds. I'll stop sharing the screen and I'll take you to the platform. Before that, I'm going to just put this site address for you. Okay. So I'm just putting in the chat the site. All of you can go to the site and you can try this out. Okay. Okay, let me show you now. I will take you to the site now and give you a demo.
Okay.
So this is how the site will look like. It's a free site. You don't need to pay anything from here. Okay. So this is a site. So there are 3 kind of a project which we can do. One is image, the second one is audio, and the third one is pause. So I'm going to show you an example of image project. So what I'll do is, I will just go to this image project. Can you all see this? You're able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you have standard image model and you have embedded image model. So I'm going to choose the standard image model. Now you are on the screen. This is a screen where I'm going to upload my data. So that's a 3-step process. You can see here, the first step is I'm going to upload the pictures, which is a image data. Then the second step is I will train the model. And the third step is I will test the model. So what is my problem here? I want to the computer to differentiate between dogs and mob. So here either you can take a picture from a webcam and do that, but better is to upload. So I'm going to go to the files where I have uploaded or I have kept. So I have the data of dogs. So I have not many data. It's not a huge data. I'll show you a business problem where I have huge data over there. Okay. So I'm going to sorry.
Okay, 5601. Okay, we stay on the okay.
So I'm going to select all the pictures. Okay, I'm not going to select this. So here the results will not be so good because I have very less pictures. So you can see here I've uploaded 3 pictures. Okay, and I will name it as dog. This is called labeling of data. You're telling the computer by putting all the kinds of data, image data, and telling that these are the images of dogs. Then I make a second class where I am labeling the data as dog. And will I upload the data here? So I will take these 3 pictures and I'm going to add this picture. Now what I've done is I have created 2 categories. One, dog, label it as dog. I'm telling computers that these are the pictures which belong to the dog. And then I'm labeling, uploaded the data of mob pictures, different kinds of mob. But here the data is very less. In the other example, I'll show you more data. And now the second step is I'm going to train the model, where the model, AI model will be trained on these picture data, image data, to recognize or differentiate between dog and cat. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to click on this. Now you can see that it will take few seconds to do that. Same thing you are doing in coding also. So now it's coded, it's done. My model is trained because it was a less data, so it took very less time. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to now use a file here and I will upload a picture to test the model. So I'll take a picture of a mob and open it. Now you can see the result. It's saying 55% mob. Why? Because it may be a dog also. Because why the 55% and not 100% in this example? Because the data which I have input is not sufficient for training the data. Still, it is confused whether it is dog or cat. I'll just take one more picture and do that. So that is the reason, as I said, with the 2 examples which I'm giving you, one I will feed now after this huge data, and then you see the accuracy. So I'll take a picture of this and I will try. Here also, when you see the result is, it's saying it is mob. It's not accurate. The reason being the data which I have fed is not very accurate. So same thing happens, students, with even coding also. In coding, when you create a code and we are inputting the data sets, image data set, it should be a huge volume and varieties of data. So I'll show you a few more examples, but before that, I will take you back to the PPT and take one more example, make you help. First, you understand the example, and then we will go ahead with the solving that particular problem. And in that particular case, I have a huge data. Okay. Now, what is the next problem we want to solve? The next problem is the problem that, let us assume there is a tire manufacturing company. Tire means the truck tires or like MRF or C8 or any company. So there is a tire manufacturing company. They want to check the defects in the tire to improve their quality. Again, I will repeat. So there is a tire manufacturing company who manufacture tires for truck, buses, car, scooters, everything. They want to check the defects in the tire to improve the manufacture quality. You all know that what happens. Firstly is that whenever we in a manufacturing industry, we produce a volume of goods, we do a quality check. Even in cars, out of a lot, we take one car randomly, only one car. We put a kind of a robot or something like that, and we bang it to check the quality, to see whether the airbags and all the safety features are working or not. So in this case, they don't want to send to the supplier or to the customer a defective tire, because if a defective tire goes to a customer and that is going to harm their reputation, and the customer is not going to get an impression, and it's all about the customer is the king. If the customer form an impression that your company is selling the defective tire, they will not come back to you. You will lose. One losing customer ends up losing 100 customers. So that is the reason they want to be very sure about that. So in that case, they want to use AI now. In this case, what they will do is they will collect all the pictures of tires which are manufactured, and put in two types of tires. One, good, which are good from all angles. So they'll take a picture of the good tires from all the angles. Okay. Then they will take a picture of all the tires which are bad tires, which are defective tires. So they will collect the picture of tire from the manufacturing process and label it as good tires and defective tires. And then they will feed this data of good tires and defective tires in the teachable with google.com and help them in routinizing. Now, in this case, what I can do is how can I get the data? Because see, the problem with you is even when you're doing coding also, you have to know that from where will you get the data? So okay. So how will you get this data? So for that, I will tell you, it is good for teachers also, because they can also use it for their research purpose. So there's a site called Kaggle. I'll just show you that how you can download the data from there for your project also. When you're developing any code for any problems, you need a data, you can use this site. Shall I show you this site? It's called Kaggle. So Kaggle. Kaggle is a site which is a repository, public repository of the various kinds of data. It can be in any form, text data, image data, right? So I'm searching for tire. So I'm going to write here, tires already I've searched for it. So I'm going to write tires. You can see that I've got a lot of tires here. I will take the first one, image, because I want an image tire. So I have a data set here. On the top, you can see a data set. So I'll go to image data set. And I have the huge volume. You can see the kind of data which it has is around 1028 images. Huge data. And the data set is split into training and testing data. One is a training data which we are feeding into computer, and the testing data is a data with which we will test the model, whether the model is accurately predicting or telling whether it is a bad or good tire. So it's a cracked and normal tire is the two classes. So I'm going to just go back. You able to see the image model, the teachable machine? Can anybody tell me? Okay, so I'll just go back here and I will click on this teachable machine, standard image model. I will take it as good tires and class it. And I'm going to upload pictures. So I've already downloaded those pictures, which is a huge variety of pictures you can see here. So I have normal tires. I'm just going to select all these things and open. This is a huge file. It's going to take time. You can see that they're all good tires, and it takes a lot of time to upload this tire. So thousands and thousands of images of good tires from all the angles is taken from this. I have downloaded from Kaggle and I'm uploading. You can see that tire in different shapes, sizes, different angles I have uploaded, and I've labeled it as good tires. Second class, I will take it as defective. See, labeling is very important because you're training the computer to basically tell whether it is good or it is defective. Now I'm going to upload the defective tire which I have collected. So I'll go to the data where I have used all this. So control A, and I am going to open. These are also huge volume of data. You can see that crack version, the defective ties from all the angle, whether there is a crack or there is the shape is not correct. So it's taking time because there's a huge data which I'm uploading. Now the result you see from the previous example, in this example, how does it vary? So I have around 530 images. In this also, I have 491 images loaded of good tires. So I've labeled the data and I'm going to train the model. Second step. So it's going to take time because it's a huge amount of data. So the main gist of this is that you have to upload. The result will be better if you upload varieties of data, huge volume of data. Then your result. In the earlier case, I have shown you that how when I used a little data, the results were not accurate. The same thing, students, you are going to do when you are developing a code using Python or maybe R. You'll be using the same thing. The same set of problem which I said, try to develop it with Python. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now upload a training data. So I have a training data also, which I have. So I'm going to go to testing data, sorry. And I'll take a normal tire, any one. I'll just choose any one of it. And I will upload. You can see 100% accuracy. I'll take one more and show you. So I'll take anything. I'll take it this one. And you see here 100% accuracy. I'll take a bad tire. So I'll go to the testing data again. I have cracked data, images also. Testing. These images are not there in this data set which I have uploaded. These are different testing data details. I'll take this one and open. You can see here 100% accuracy. Again, I will show you one more example. Let me take this one. And you can see here 100% accuracy. So what do we get out of this? We get that firstly in the no-code AI, even in the code AI also, coding also, it all depends, your prediction always or your result always depend on the data you feed. More data you feed, better is the accuracy. Better is the way you can train the data. So I'm not putting the same data which is there here. If I put the same data, then what is the use? It can still go to what it will do is, now what it has done here. In this case, when I've uploaded the data of good tires and bad, and when in a system in the manufacturing industry, I will use a camera. The camera will take the picture of all the tires which are coming in a lot, which is manufactured, and match it, go to the AI application. In the AI application, where I have trained the model to recognize between good tire and bad tire by images, it will not try to match the picture with any of these images. From these images, it will learn. It is trained to identify that though the picture is not there in this database, it is not matching it. It is trying to identify the image is the good tire because there's no crack or nothing is present over there. So this is one of the good example of no-code AI. Any question here, students? No? Yeah? Okay, fine. So now, so as I was telling you, so I'm just going to I'll share the screen again with you all. Okay, all these I have already explained you. This is the example which I explained to you. This is the other example which I explained to you, tire manufacturing company, about the tires. Okay, this is the steps we have taken. This is a site for data repository. Now, again, how does it work? You have to understand that, because I have given an example of only the no-code AI with image data. And I told you that we have to understand what kind of problem we are solving with AI, no-code AI. That will the one which you have answered, and it is predictive in nature. So let us find out the no-code AI tool which are used for different kinds of data. So you have many tools in the no-code AI. I showed you only one tool. And these tools are evolving every day. There are new tools which are getting added up. Different kinds of problem, you have different kinds of AI tool. What makes one AI tool different from the other is the type of data which you are using to train the AI. So if you are using AI image, for example, if you are using a image data to make a computer vision model, then we use something called NLP, natural language processing, the chatbot or language translation. If you are using a number or spreadsheet to train a machine learning model. So depending on the kind of data, numbering data, audio data, or whether it is an image data, we have different sets of no-code AI tool for using on that. So AI tool for object recognition. So there are so many AI tools which are for object recognitions, like teachable machine object recognition can be a voice, can be a image data also. Then there is a no-code AI tool for numbers. Okay. Like for example, a Q is very good. You can try it. Okay. Then you have no-code AI tool available for voice and text like Monkey Learn, Sway AI, which is from Microsoft. Sway AI can be used in both the cases, like for images and videos, and also for voice and text. Then apart from that, we also have a no-code AI tool for specific industry problem, like for agriculture, okay, and for manufacturing. You have a specific tool for that also. So it depends on what kind of business problem you are going to bring and what kind of data you have. Okay. So IBM, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all of them offer no-code AI platform. And let me also tell you, I have few friends in IT industry. I keep on talking to them and they say that it is very important that the students, apart from coding, also should know no-code AI platform. It will be an added advantage because with no-code AI platform, they learn and they understand how to apply and how to develop codes. So this is actually a good news. You know, you have so many companies offering you no-code AI tool to learn the AI. Okay. And as I said that what kind of data, depending on kind of data, text, number, image, you can use a no-code AI tool. Okay. So as I said, different kinds of data, you can use image, video, number, text. These are the various forms of data. So as I said, this is very important that you have to look at the data first, that what kind of training data you have, and begin with looking at what data you have to help you solving in your problem. Is it image data of your product? Do you want to check a defect, like a tire defect I told you? Is it a video of your work process that you want to improve? Is it a number in the spreadsheet that inform you about your customer revenue that you want to improve? Is it a text which is basically showing a customer service or complaint and asking you to assist you in that or solving their problem? So you need the no-code AI tool that work for the type of data you have. So if you have number, you will pick a Q. Okay. And it will be basically with machine learning. So number data basically will have an AI code tool based on machine learning. But if you have images and videos, then you will pick up a no-code AI tool with work with computer vision. And if you have word and text, then you will pick up a no-code AI tool that works with NLP, natural language processing. So within each type of AI, there are several kinds of no-code AI option available. You just have to find out that. Few I have already told you. So the second question, first question is what you're going to ask is what kind of data you have. Number, then use machine learning kind of AI, no-code AI tool, vision and NLP like this. Then second question which you should ask is which industry you want to work for. Remember I told you the no-code AI platform available for the variety of data types, also available for industry specific also. So you get to solve your unique problem if it is related to a specific industry. Then you have a specific industry no-code AI tool which will be suitable for your business or solving your problem. Like for example, finance, agriculture, oil, gas, manufacturing, any industry. You have these industry have a no-code AI that solve your industry specific cases. The third important point is that you have to know that what business function do you work with? First is industry, manufacturing, agriculture, whatever it is, IT industry. Then you have to find out the business function, marketing, operation, services or finance or HR. So if you are working in a marketing and sales, there is a no-code AI tool that will solve problem for marketing. If you are working in finance, there is a no-code AI tool for specific cases of finances. So no-code AI tools solve for the next, any kind of industry, any kind of a data which you have. So you have to find out which is a best no-code AI tool which is going to help you. So in summarization, first, what kind of data you have? What is your industry vertical? What is a functional area, marketing, operation and all, depending on that. So let us look at one more example. This is an example of a business manager at telco business. I'll show you a demo of that and I will show you business problem how to solve this. So there is a telecom business which want to reduce their customer churn. Customer churn means customer leaving their organization. Okay. So they want to build an AI to predict whether a customer would churn based on the customer information. Okay. So they want to use a no-code AI tool. And as I said, that no-code AI tool is available for kinds of data, like it can be image, video, text. So firstly, you have to know what kind of data you have. Second is which industry. And the third is which functional area for using that. In this case, the business which I said the manager at telco wants to reduce the customer churn and build an AI to predict whether the customer will churn or not is based on customer information. Let us ask this the question. What is the kind of data you have? Okay, this is the number. This is the data which they have. So the data you have, either it is number, string, image or video or language. So if you see, this is a number and string. Why string? String means combination. The customer ID, if you can see, is a combination of number and alphabet. Right? The gender is also string. That is text. Means the string in the way is called text and a both mixture of that. So whether the customer is a senior citizens, if you see, that is in the form of numbers. 1 or 0, it is like that. Okay. Then the demographic of the customers are also string. The tenure, that how long the customer has been in the company, how that is also in the numbers. What service the customer has bought from the company. Okay, whether it is a telephone or it's a DSL, whatever it is, that is also a string. Then the company is trying to introduce a paperless billing. That means they don't want to send paper bill to the customer. They have informed the customer that they're going to inform that they're going to change the process. Whenever they're going to bring certain change, whether the customers will like it or not. So they want to initiate a paperless billing where on their mail or maybe on the app, the bill is available. Okay. And if you see in the last column, which is called churning, I'll show you this data. It will basically try to predict if you start or initiate a paperless billing, whether that is going to result in the customer churning or not. So it's a telecom industry, but actually speaking, there's no AI code for this industry. So the next question which we can ask is which is a functional area in which your thing is working. Is it a functional area of marketing? Is it a functional area? Now, in this case, the problem is you want to initiate a paperless billing and you want to know whether it is going to impact the churn or not. So you're going to make the AI do a prediction on the basis of the data set you have. And you are going to use a no-code AI platform too. So I'm going to just show you this first and then I will. So I'm going to use a site called Akio. Okay, just give me a few seconds. I'll go to the site first and show you. Just give me a few seconds. I'm just signing in. Okay. So I'm just going to share the screen with you students. It's called Akio, AKKIO. I'm going to put that into the chat first before I go ahead. So the other sites which I told you, Kaggle is a site for the repository data sets. See, students note this site because this is going to help you in your project also. And whenever in the company you're developing code, this is going to help you. And then other side is okay. So I'm going to share the site with you and show you. So you can see here. This is a site. Okay. So I'm just going to, I have used the Kaggle actually to download the telecom industry thing. So I will go to churn. Yeah, I've already uploaded that. You can see here, this is the data. So I have a customer ID here. I have a gender here, senior citizen, partner, tenure, and phone service. What are the services they are taking? And if you can see here, the lines, how many lines they have. Just give me a few seconds. It's not moving. Okay. Yes. You can see here, internet services and paperless billing. So you have done a survey of the paperless billing and you find a churn rate here. Okay. For all customers, whether that customer is going to churn or not based on that. Okay. So this is, I have feeded the data. I've already done this. What I just have to do is I have to upload the data which I have uploaded. And then I have to go for prediction. Okay. And I'll just show you. So this is already done. That's why this is showing. I can download that in Excel also. So what I've done is based on the thing, I've just predicted it. So it is already predicted actually. So I'll just go back. So I'm going to predict using the paperless billing. Yes. Because I've already created this, it's not going to allow me. So what happens is you have to just upload the data. You have to, so let me show you if I can. So create a new flow. You have to upload a Google Sheet. You can upload it from Salesforce. If you have certain data, you can just click on this. You can upload the data. Let's say I upload this data. Okay. And after that, you have to go for prediction. So I'll do the predict. And I will be using the paperless billing data. Now see, the model is getting created. So I use just one data to find out whether so you can see here. Yes, see here. So I've got a prediction here. We'll expand the insight. It is showing the top factors that customers are more bothered about no internet service or online security. This is the most, time churning of the customers more on this. Okay. And then if I have streaming services, if there's no internet, then 70% customers will leave the services streaming internet. This is the churning. I'll go to paperless billing. So all prediction it is given here. So these are the main point for which the customers can leave your services. And the percentage of that it is shown already. Okay. You can see here. This is the graph. Paperless billing. Probability that how many people will leave the thing. Unlikely, these many people, 39.22%. Uncertain, again this. Likely, if you can see, is 65.6 percentage. So if you can see I have taken the variable this. With this, it says that the 70.7% of the group is no. That means 39.8% of the people say that they are okay with the baby, or they are not, they will not be so much impacted with the paperless billing. Okay. So here they also found out that it is the senior citizens who are saying no. So this is the kind of prediction it does. And this is how with the data number data you can do this. Any questions so far? Students? Otherwise, I'm to go ahead. Okay, fine. So I'll just go ahead with this no code AI. I'll finish this today. Okay, fine. It goes always to the first one. Okay. This is what I have shown you. One more example of telco. Now, why do we need to learn this? What are the different kinds of job roles you may have an opportunity to work for if you learn this no-code AI tool? Then I must say that future is for no-code AI. Because with the growth of generative AI, now you have a lot of tools which can do the work of a coder. So it is better to have an extra skill. So let us look at certain job role which is involved in using no-code AI to build a customer solution. So by learning no-code AI, there will be a potential future direction you can expand your career. Like for example, some example I have listed, like data business owner. If you are a business person and you want to define a business problem, you don't have to hire somebody, you can use a no-code AI. Data engineers can get the data ready for the AI by cleaning, wrangling, and validating and testing in no-code AI tool. Before you are, you want to develop a code for that, you can test it with that, and then you understand, okay, this is the data which is correct for my coding also. So this is for them. So if you're a data savvy and you have and learn no code AI tool, you can become a data engineer also. You can get your company data ready for no code with no code AI. AI managers can make a build versus buy decision. You know, you can, all the product managers can build a product that are built upon results from AI model. Quality assurance teams can test the data, just like I gave you example of tire manufacturing company. Data and AI architect, you can work on no code AI tool into your overall data architect of the company. AI Center for Excellence. Okay. There is a team. So this is not something which I'm just telling out of the blue. These are something where you will be helpful if you learn this tool. So there are various skills you have which can work for you to develop your skills in AI, even with coding also. Okay. Like for example, MLOps, IT team can manage the tools that track the version of the AI model. So there are so many examples of which you can do it. So these roles will work with the data scientist to the company. Data scientist will help use the AI tools basically to find out the output which is accurate and then develop the tool coding on that. So it is better to be sure before you develop a code and you spend so much of time and then later you find the code is not working. Okay. So before you invest, again, when you want to invest, because certain AI code tools are free, like Teachable Machine with Google is free, but it works only with the image data. But before, suppose if you want to work, you want to use an AI tool, no code AI tool. Before investing, it is very important that you have an idea that which one is a better suited for you. And you want to host it on your own server. Because again, it's a piece of a software, it's an web application. So when you are buying a no-code AI tool from a third-party vendor, or maybe from Microsoft or from Google, it is not a software which you are going to download and put it in your hard disk. It is hosted on their service. It is on their, you are going to interface to their cloud. So every single time you use it, it is going to cost you money. Maybe it is on subscription based. So this is not, so you need to know. You can also develop a no-code AI platform. So when you build an AI in-house no-code platform, your data scientists will be able to develop a model and deploy it before they develop a piece of software on it. And every time when your customer is running or you are running an AI, it runs on your own server. Okay. So it's a licensed software. You have to pay for a subscription in certain cases. Otherwise, certain features are free of cost. There's no trial period. Like I just used free version of free subscription of it, but it may have certain limitations. Sometime in the company, you may fix a price and you can deploy them in your company server, like how Microsoft does. Microsoft's AI is like that. And so there are so many tools which are there. AQ is one of the best. Sway AI is also best. Then you have the Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Cloud Services. You can use all this. Maybe one time I can show you the Amazon SageMaker if I get a time with you all. So there are a lot of platforms which the technology company, big or small, are offering you to use the run the AI model with you for your data, and then try to develop a proper business model. So you have to have a particular knowledge about it. Okay. The Teachable Machine of the Google platform, the no-code AI tool platform, can allow you to even download the code also. What program I have shown you without code, you can download actually the code of that. Or you can embed your code into that particular model and test it. That is also possible, but that's a premium version of the Teachable Machine with Google.com. So you have a lot of SaaS software which are available where you can use the no-code AI with the data, test the model, and download the code for it. So that is also available in the market. So as I said, in-house AI solution is always people prefer because of the lot of issues. If you go to a company, the company will say, okay, though no-code AI platform is good, it is more effective, and it doesn't require us to develop the code, try, test, fail, then again redevelop. Better is to use no-code AI tool. But then the challenges are this, that you have to run on an interface with somebody else cloud. It is not it's a licensed software application, and you are always fearing that whether your data is secure or not with them, and all those kinds of things are there. So it is better that you, most of the company are planning to basically develop their own AI tools. Okay. So free one you can use and you can try, students. Okay, as I already told you. So I've done the no-code AI platform today. I will start the open AI platform now, give you a little bit introduction. And then the next session, which I have, because you have a lot of holidays in between. So the next session after that, we will continue, because most of you are very interested in, or you might be using ChatGPT, yeah, or OpenAI tools. So we have to first understand what is OpenAI. It is not about using certain tools and knowing how to use that tool. Then also knowing how to use the tools like ChatGPT properly is also some technique which you should learn. So I'm going to give an introduction and then may leave this thing to think about it and take an interest on it. So I'm going to now start, give you introduction about the OpenAI platform. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Okay. Okay, I'll just give the introduction today. So we are going to talk about the next generation AI, which is also called generative AI or open AI. It's called GPT-3 also. We're going to learn about that. It's very essential that you should learn. So before we start and understand what is a technology or what is a concept behind open AI, we should also know the history of AI. Open AI is a name of a company. It's a concept also, but it's the name of a company. It's a San Francisco-based company, and which is behind the GPT-3. Okay. And everybody is now debating on which OpenAI is more notable, which is more advanced. So there are a lot of things which are going on. Is it good? Is it ethical? Somebody says that AI is positive force, such as Ray Kurzweil and all. So there are two kinds of discussion always happening, because it's a new concept which has become popular after May 2022, when ChatGPT was open for everybody to use it, and the account was free, and people found it very interesting, especially the student. So there are a lot of debate started going on in media, in various channels, that one set of people saying that it is positive force, like Ray Kurzweil, who's an inventor and who has written a very famous book called The Age of Spiritual Machine. He talks a lot about ethics and biasness in machines. The second one, he's also the director of Google and heading the machine learning division. And he also argued that it will be free because AI should be used by the common people. It should not become a very term which is scary for a normal people to imagine that can they be able to use it. Because till now, the companies are using AI to develop applications. But can the common people use AI? So this is one of the set of people who are saying that AI should be available and open to all. And there is another set of people who say, like, for example, Bill Gates, the former CEO of Microsoft, he also worried that AI is both amazing and it's dangerous. He fears, for example, that AI being applied, it can, manage a warfare like autonomous weapons and all, and then it will become a target to destroy human, generations. Then Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, He has also spoken about his concern. Then late Stephen Hawkins, the person on which the movie was based, the theory of everything. He was a notable physicist and cosmologist. So all kinds of speculations are happening in the future of AI. Whether the AI is going to be a humanity greatest threat or friend. So responding to all these concepts, in October 2015, Elon Musk, along with Sam Walton, the president of startup, and also the co-founder of LinkedIn, Hoffman and Peter Thiel, they founded the company called OpenAI. And it was a non-business organization. That means non-profitable organization. This was meant for the betterment of humanity. Then the certain corporations like Microsoft, Infosys, not Infosys of India, Infosys T, right? Were also the founding members of this particular OpenAI platform, along with Elon Musk. And they try to acknowledge the future risk of future of AI. And also at the same time, they made this platform OpenAI to promote and develop friendly AI, which will benefit the humanity. And to demonstrate their commitment, and the founding team pledge about, they have invested around $1 billion to create this organization. And their mission was clear. The mission was that OpenAI will focus on ensuring that artificial intelligence, which is also called AGI, artificial general intelligence, will be for the benefit of human. It will be open to all. Everybody can use it in a very, very simple way. So this organization began in 2016 as a non-profit organization. In April, they released their first product called OpenAI Gym. It's friendly. So they opened AI Gym. It's a toolkit for developing and comparing reinforcement learning algorithm. Reinforcing learning means it's when the computer do trial and error method to come up with a solution. Maybe your trainers might have thought about supervise and reinforcement learning of AI. And AI also receive a reward or penalty for the action it performed. Then in December 2016, it released Universe, another kind of application, which is a platform which will enable AI software to interact with the computer, such as viewing on what is on the screen, the virtual keyboard and the mouse, all these kinds of input and output. Then in April 2018, OpenAI published a paper on generative pre-training. And that became the first version of GPT software. Okay, I'm going to discuss about GPT and generative model in the other session. Very interesting session. Students, you must attend and understand what is going to help you. Generative AI is the present now. And what is much of the code has gone behind that to create that. So the latest version of GPT version, now it is around 4 or 4.5 is the latest version. But the version of GPT, which was 3 and now then 3.5, became the most talked about and hyped. The first thing is that it was an open source. The OpenAI, reason is OpenAI provide the services which is free of cost. Okay. But the case became different because in 2019, what happened? Microsoft invested and acquired OpenAI company. And they dropped their non-profit motive to profit enterprises. Because Microsoft, why they will invest so much of money in this? Now in Excel or all kinds of Microsoft Star products, you have AI feature built, the new Microsoft Office. So they don't want to give it free of cost. That's the reason why you don't get now ChatGPT 3 account free of cost. Or DALL-E or whatever. I will be giving you a lot of examples of that. I will show you also a demo of that. So Microsoft became a significant investor by pumping $1 billion and make it as a commercial entity for profit motive. Okay. Now they want to license this technology. They don't want to give it open. So the motive of OpenAI to give the services or make this AI services free for all has gone now. Even Elon Musk has resigned in 2018. And he said because it is conflicting with his interest, because he wanted something OpenAI for the benefit, and that was a goal of developing this platform. So Microsoft Office has used this. Let me see the timing now. I can go ahead. Yeah, a few more minutes are left. Okay. Now you can see that OpenAI organization is mostly now in research. They support friendly use of AI technology. They're making technologies which are very easy to use, because AI was a very scary word, as I said. It was a word which was like, okay, only engineer people can use the AI tools. Or we can just use an application or something which is based on AI, but we don't know how it works. But what if we want to use AI for our own use and we want to develop something? So OpenAI mission is considered fully refreshing, enlightening, and making the AI available for normal people who are very naive. Okay, who can use this like a normal student, school-going students, universities, philosophers, writers, content writers, everybody. Here the governments are also involved, because the AI regulation and legislation is something which has to be discussed. See, for example, in United Arabs, this is mission machine ethics. When we come about OpenAI, we think about that. Okay. So in United Arab, there is a minister of AI who basically looked into the ethics of AI. And they see that, okay, can we use it? Can we open it for our people or not? Certain complex area, for example, biasness in AI, weaponization, morality, robot autonomy, liability. All these are certain things which are discussed by the regulatory bodies before they allow the companies to open it commercially and sell it. That's why till today, the companies are not able to sell it. Maybe they are able to give it for a trial basis, because there's a lot of machine ethics, not in all countries. So in 2019, the company, Microsoft company, tried to make an attempt to draw certain principles on the basis of which the country will allow them to use this AI, OpenAI platform for the public to be used on certain price. Okay, so they publish a charter. This charter is available. You can go to openai.com/charter. And this document is a codified expression of their strategy. And this is developed on the feedback from the market, of the people, the expertise and all. And this is basically trying to give an guidance to the regulatory body that how the OpenAI platform can be used. So I will just give you a few gesture of that. Firstly, they said that OpenAI is based on the 4-pane principle. The first principle is benefit of AI should be enjoyed by everyone, not by the people who have learned AI tools. And the focus should remain on advantage to all the humanity. The second is the AGI research and development should be safe. It should not harm the human or humanity or anyone, the living things in the world. Okay. So this is the one. The third one is the AI should strive to be leader in both AI and AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. It should be a cutting edge capability technology. So finally, they are committed to broad collaboration with research and policy institution. Research means educational institutes, companies who are in R&D, and also the government body. So the central idea of this is to share the research among each other. So what the companies are doing? The companies are sharing the research on AI and trying to build a platform which will be beneficial for common people like us, like everybody. Okay. So this is something which AI is looking into. They want to recognize its mission as the use of AI as a artificial general AI. They will name it AI as AGI, artificial general AI, And based on those kinds of principles that it should be for the protecting the humanity, for the benefit of all. And so this charter has become a base for the government to develop the economy. But till now, no country, even including America, has not developed any regularities related to the use. That's the reason why certain universities have gone ahead and said that we don't allow, we ban ChatGPT to be used by the students because it is unethical. So there's a slight difference, students, between ethics and law. Something will be unethical, but it is legal. Something which is ethical, but is illegal. So those are the slight difference. Okay, let me see the time. So I'll keep it open for the questions now, because if I go ahead, then the next class when I'm taking, then you will not remember what I was trying to talk to.
This is a special edition. So that we break the continuity also.
Because in the next class, I will be talking about the technology which is used, the base of this. Any questions?
To show that this is the entry by current.
Maharshi. Nice picture. I don't understand. You developed it through AI. So was it, what is it? How did you develop this picture? Let me figure out what does it shows.
No doubts.
Or special edition.
No doubts, ma'am.
What is it?
No doubts.
Okay. Very nice. Very creative. So we'll learn in the next session that how you can actually describe, you write a text and you can develop an image. Generative AI tool, apart from what you already know, ChatGPT and all, how you can write a text and develop a video. And there are already certain ads which are developed with generative AI. So all those tools, very interesting one I will be discussing. How in marketing you can develop a campaign using a AI. You don't have to actually be very creative. People say, oh, creativity is something which AI can't do. But today that all myth is broken. But there's a limit to it, you know. Any questions, students?
This will be meant for the HODs first.
Okay. So, okay, then Shubha ma'am and from Kionix, I will just wind off this session now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the students are also there. Thank you. See you in the next session.
Thank you, ma'am.